This joint session of the 60th Congress will come to order.
Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States.
Members of Congress, I have the high privilege and distinct honor to present to you the President of the United States.
Thank you all. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Vice President, members of Congress, distinguished guests, and my fellow Americans. At the beginning of this term, I stood on these same grounds to proclaim to this nation my intent to work to uphold the American people's expectations for our administration. And these expectations, which we have facilitated with government opportunities and interactivity, and above all, the assurance that the continuation of this great nation and community is secured, have remained. And today I stand before you all to renew this commitment for the remainder of my presidency with a directive to always work towards improving in every possible way. So far this term, we have seen excellent activity from our law enforcement officers and protective agents, especially. The community has been engaged, and we have seen great strides in interactivity with our government thus far. While the performance of many agencies has been outstanding during the course of this first month, this administration will ensure that those areas that have deficiencies are addressed swiftly in the final half of this term. Looking toward the future, I acknowledge the accomplishments and advancements, as well as the shortcomings and hindrances that have impacted this community this month. The Department of State has been actively working with the United Nations to ensure our foreign policies executed accurately and unwaveringly, evaluating the current state of the UN and carefully planning the best moves going forward in coordination with me. The work of the Diplomatic Security Service and their joint security coordination with the Secret Service and MPD has been outstanding this term as well, and I look forward to seeing more of their activity in the future. The Department of Homeland Security has been incredibly involved and active this term, and I do intend for this to continue as we enter the final month as well. The Law Enforcement Helicopter Task Force has undergone significant revamps under the direction of the Secretary of Homeland Security, as well as the National Operations and Planning System, a necessary change that the Secretary has implemented with distinction. The Special Response Team has also been consistently involved with events in DC and never disappoints, while the Customs and Border Protection Agency sees occasional activity as expected every so often. Above all, I must give special recognition to the United States Secret Service. They have reached a great feat of preserving my life for the entirety of this term so far, not allowing me to die a single time, and despite being on numerous details and under heavy fire. Collectively, they have accomplished 32 events with 1 protectee death and 0 deaths of the president this month. I would only assume these accomplishments are historic, and I look forward to the continued efficiency of the agency into the remainder of the term. The Department of Justice has been in a state of stagnation, though sustained under its present leadership for now, and I still hold confidence in the Attorney General to enact change. The Metropolitan Police Department has seen significant activity during this month, and I am also confident in the new Chief of Police. In order to further progress, I have tasked the Vice President to work with the Attorney General and aid in the implementation of our plans for the Department of Justice to ensure that by the end of this month it is more active, more appealing, and prosperous far into the future. In addition, the Vice President will be working to ensure the long-term compliance of our executive orders amidst other administrative responsibilities with event coordination, and, as usual, will continue as an indispensable advisor in guiding this nation. The Department of Defense and subsequently the USMC are actively working to ensure the sustainability and capability of our military leading into the future. There are exceptionally talented individuals involved with these national defense assets, and I will personally be turning my attention toward them to foster greater opportunities and activity within the USMC in conjunction with leadership for the remainder of this term. On top of this, the Commission on Inspectors General Integrity and Efficiency has been effectively out of action for quite some time now, but I will soon be signing a bill that will aid in my process of restaffing it entirely to create a grounded and responsive ethical system for the executive branch. I anticipate the objectives I currently hold for myself, as well as what I have assigned to the Vice President, to be executed in an efficient manner that will result in a greater well-being for the entire nation, even more so than now. The intelligence community has upheld its state of integrity and effectiveness across all branches in the course of this month. I commend all of our intelligence agents who work to secure our nation from foreign and domestic attacks that may hinder the work of this community and our nation as a whole. I have no doubt that this will continue for the remainder of this term and far beyond into the future. In this final month, the community will see a great variety of events being brought before them. We not only have a holiday with Easter, but we have the planning and hopeful execution of the Olympics, as well as DOS planned events, joint operation opportunities for the United Nations to engage with us, and more interactive encounters with myself and the Vice President that are being planned. This extends into Congress, where I intend to meet more frequently with members of Congress to ensure a precedent of strong communication is firmly rooted between the executive and legislative branches, respectively. This administration will continue to commit to the values of transparency and correct any places where it falls away from such a commitment. I'm continuously impressed by the dedication put forth by the C-SPAN chairman in his efforts to ensure technological advancement and access to critical national events for all Americans. Having stable and accurate news sources that people can rely upon is paramount for media interaction with this nation. Communication between the government and its people is something that must not be broken and must be protected, because it is the voice of the people who determine the direction of this country. I can announce on this day to you all that the state of the Union is unbreakable and strong, and will continue to be unbreakable so long as this nation is the nation of the people, in which the administration acts as the people's servants. We have quite a ways to go with our work, but I am sure with the involvement, accountability, and support of the American people, there will be no challenge too difficult to overcome in this final month. I'm grateful to the work of my cabinet and all of our department and agency directors. Their commitment shall not go unnoticed, alongside the work of the everyday agent or government employee. Above all, I must thank you, the American people, for continuing to help foster and participate in this strong community and entrusting me and this administration with the responsibility to execute this critical work. God bless you all, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
The purpose of this joint session having been completed, both chambers will stand adjourned.